Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 2 in Kinlaig. In the last episode, we basically just kind of introed the series and took a tour of our new farm here and checked out a little bit of the map, not very much of it yet. But we didn't really get much work accomplished other than just getting a little bit of water into our cattle pasture over here because I am running the enhanced animal mod, which means that our animals can actually die if we let their health drop too low. So I did want to get some water in that right away. We actually started the series with $10,000 in the bank, but because I had to buy that water tanker to get water in there, we are pretty low on funds to start here. So I think we actually should get some work done in this episode. So I think we're going to start by harvesting this field right here. This is a barley field, and it is ready to go. So yeah, we have our combine right here. So we'll get that pulled out and fired up in just a second. But I just wanted to check on our tractors here. I took a quick look at them in the last episode there, but I didn't look very closely. So I wanted to kind of see how powerful each of them is and kind of take a closer look here. So yeah, this one is the JCB. It looks like it has 130 horsepower, so it's a fairly small tractor. It does have a weight, but we have a loader arm over here as well. So we have one other tractor over here, so let's go take a look at that one and see how this one is doing. It doesn't look like a huge tractor, so how much power does this one have? Okay, 281 horsepower. That's actually more than I was expecting. It doesn't look like it's that big of a tractor, but that should actually be decent. So I think this guy is probably going to be our kind of main workhorse for doing all of our heavy tasks. So I will probably hook this one up to our trailer over there. Looks like we have a tipper trailer back here that we're going to have to use to load our grain. And then I'm not 100% sure what we're actually going to do with the grain at this point. Because we don't really have a silo or a conventional silo around here anywhere. So we have this kind of storage hall here, maybe. Kind of looks like bunkers that we could potentially store some stuff in. But I'm not too sure. But we also have like this spot right here. So I'm not quite sure how this is going to work, but it looks like we do have kind of a dump zone into this building right here. And like kind of a silo type thing going on. But it is called a bulk hall on the map. So I'm assuming we can store stuff in here, but yeah, we have a barley field and a wheat field and a grass field that all need to be harvested. So we're going to need to find spots to put all of that stuff. And I'm not 100% sure how this is going to work. Like if we can store multiple different types of crops in here, or if we only have like the two different things like over here. Yeah, not really sure how that's all going to work. So we're going to have to figure that out as we go. But yeah, I think we will get this tractor hooked up to our trailer. We'll get that ready to go, I think. So let's just fire this baby up. This should be a pretty nice tractor. It's got 0 hours on it, so it's basically brand new. In fact, the license plate says KL80 new. I haven't got around to changing my license plates to syrup like I did in the previous series there, but I will probably do that at some point. So we should just be able to hook on to this trailer right here. There we go. And yeah, this should work for transporting our grain from the field to our haul over there. So that's kind of the plan. What we're going to try is to get it into that bulk haul. So I'm hoping that's going to work. So I guess we can just park this guy right here for now. And we'll go over here and open our gate. Oh, the gate is actually already open, so we're good to go there. So, yeah, the cows should have water for a little bit. I never actually filled that pasture up. I just put one tank load in there, so we might have to top that up again before the end of the day, because I'm not sure how long that water is going to last. And yeah, like I said, we can't let it run out totally, because then their health will drop, and they will start dying on us. So we definitely want to avoid that. So I think we will just go ahead and get to harvesting here. We'll jump in the combine, pull this out, and is this the same combine that we had before? Western Combine. I think it is, right? It's the same one that we started with in the Rags to Riches series. So let's grab our header, and we'll just pull this out as well. We might have been able to get it out from right there, but I'm not 100% sure, so we'll just pull it down here anyway. We might have to load it back onto the trailer to get it to our next field. I'm not quite sure how wide these gates are going to be, but yeah, we might have to make use of the header trailers a little bit more than we used to, because Yeah, we had a pretty wide open spaces on Zolanka there, but this map looks like it might be a little bit tighter, so we might have to be a little bit more careful going through the gates or buying big equipment here, just to make sure that we can actually move it around and get it everywhere. But yeah, I think we are basically good to go. So I think this is actually a pretty good size field for this little combine. So this might take a while, but unfold. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Gotta unfold that combine first. And okay, now she should be good to go. We can fire it up and yeah, I guess we'll just get to harvesting this barley. And okay, yeah, just wanted to make sure we are making straw because that's going to be a little bit of extra profit for us. We can load that up and sell it as well. Because yeah, we definitely need to find a way to get some money rolling into the bank. I was thinking if we really need cash, we can always go down to the docks and do a little bit of fishing. Because it looks like we can get like $100 to $400 per fish. I'm not sure if there's other ranges. I only actually caught two, and one was $100 and one was $400. So we know they're at least within that range. So yeah, if we need some emergency funds, we always could just go fishing for a while and sell some fish to do that. But we'll see how it goes. Don't have to do that just yet. We'll get this crop harvested up, and then we'll kind of see where we're at. But that is always an option for us. Okay, well, we got one field done, and I brought the combine over to the next field here. So this is going to be our wheat field. So we have another pretty decent sized field over here. That one actually wasn't too bad. I wouldn't want to go too much bigger of a field with this little combine. Although one thing we could probably do relatively soon is get a new header for this one. And I think, yeah, it's going to be pretty close though, like even with this one, getting through this gate. Like it's going to fit through this one, but there is like one size up of this header, if I remember correctly, that still works with this pipe. So we could potentially get a bigger header, and that will make our combine a little bit faster for relatively cheap. But yeah, one of the problems with that is that it's probably no longer going to fit through any of these gates, but we could still probably make it work. Just might be a little bit more difficult. We'll have to kind of tow it in and try and maneuver around and get into it, or get hooked onto it without actually running it over any crops. So yeah, it might be a little bit difficult, but I think we're going to leave this for now. We still have barley in the trailer there that we have to go dump off. And yeah, the barley did work in that that bulk storage building. We were able to just kind of dump that in, and it was accepted. Although the way that that looks, I just wanted to check and see how much water we have left in here. Okay, so they haven't used very much, but it hasn't been very long either. So yeah, I think I am going to try to top that up in a little bit here. I think I might have found a spot that's a little bit closer that we can fill up. I still have a meaning to look. There might be a point on the map that we can just like buy water from like a filling station. So I am going to look into that, but yeah, I'm not quite sure if there is one or where that is. But I think I found a spot on a creek that I think are going to be able to get into to refill that thing that's relatively close. At least closer than the last spot I went, so we're probably going to try that, but we'll see how it goes. But for now, I'm going to come drop off the rest of this barley. And yeah, I wanted to talk about the hall here, our storage building, because yeah, the way that it looks is that I'm not quite sure if we're actually going to be able to store more than one thing in here. Because yeah, we dump it in here, and then you can actually see it kind of in here. You can see the pile getting bigger. So yeah, it seems like that one's going to be barley now. I'm not really sure if you can mix different types of things in these different bunkers. So yeah, I'm a little bit worried that this is only going to have space for two different types of crops. So we might put barley over there and then wheat over there, but then we still have all of our straw that we're going to need to deal with. And then we're also going to need to find somewhere to put all of our grass or all of our hay. Yeah, not really quite sure what to do with that because we don't have a baler right now either. The only thing we have to take care of our straw and our hay is this forage wagon right here. So yeah, it might take a little while, but yeah, we definitely can pick it up with that thing and then move it into one of those storage halls. But I'm kind of thinking maybe we use this other one that doesn't actually have like a dump spot. So I think it might be a little bit more kind of difficult to get it in and out of there, but we could potentially just kind of pile up our straw and hay just kind of in these bunkers. But yeah, it's different than the other one in that it doesn't actually have a spot to dump or to withdraw it. So I'm not quite sure how you would get it out of there either. Like you might just have to scoop it, or I guess you could try to get a forage wagon in there. But if you remember from the silage pit days, that can be a little bit difficult as well. Because this building right here has a spout on the back, so we can refill our trailers from there. So we don't actually have to like handle it directly. But yeah, I'm just not quite sure if we can actually fit more than two different types of material in here. But I guess we could try it. So I think we actually might go mow our grass field next and just kind of see. So I think we can just shut this off because I think we're going to try to use our JCB tractor. We might as well give that one a try here. So we'll run in here and fire this guy up. So we will probably, I guess we'll pull it out of the shed here first. And then I think we're going to switch the weight onto the back, and then we'll grab the mower and put that on the front. Oh man, this thing is a terrible turning radius. What is... I mean, I guess it's not that bad if you kind of plan for it, but I don't know. It seems pretty bad. Actually, I wonder... Let me just check something here. Okay, yeah, it does have a steering mode. Okay, so we can switch it to all-wheel steering. Okay, that's going to be a lot better. That's, oh yeah, that's a much tighter turning circle now. Okay, I was a little bit worried there. That was going to be a little bit crazy. But yeah, I guess we need a counterweight for that mower, so we'll just drop off that weight right here. And then we'll throw the mower on the front and put the weight on the back, and then we should be able to go mow our grass field there. The other thing I'm not quite sure what to do here is that we don't have like a tedder or anything, so I don't know if we're just going to use straight grass. I can't remember for sure if you can actually feed straight grass to the cows. But they do have meadow, so I'm not super worried about it at the moment. But yeah, we definitely can't really afford to get a tedder at the moment, I don't think. Although I guess I could check. I haven't actually looked at the store. I don't remember what the cheapest tedder was, but I'm pretty sure this was our grass field, right? Not really sure how to get in here. Is there a gate anywhere? Okay, it just kind of opens up over here. All right, so yeah, that's actually a pretty big grass field. So this might take a little while with this little mower, but actually let's check our, well, we have some sails up as well. Oh, there's a new sprayer with this expansion. Didn't realize that. That's interesting. So it can get up to 36 meters, which isn't bad. I don't think it's as big as our other one in the other game, but that's still a decent sized sprayer. And we have a couple other things in here, but nothing that we can really make too much use of. But yeah, I want to see how much a tedder would actually cost, because we do kind of have to, or well, it would be really nice to make hay instead of grass. So 6,000, eh? That's actually not bad for that one. I mean, it's pretty tiny, but all of our stuff is pretty tiny at the moment. We can't quite afford that, but we could almost fish for that probably. Probably wouldn't take too long with fishing to be able to get an extra, what do we need, 1,400 bucks to be able to afford that thing. So yeah, that was definitely an option. But I think first we're just going to get this this grass field mowed, because actually I just want to double check. I'm pretty sure we saw in the last episode that it was ready to go, right? Yeah, it's ready to harvest. It's all good to go. So yeah, we might as well get it mowed down, and then we can definitely feed grass to the sheep, but I don't know if it's great for the cows. But I guess we could probably check in this screen. Okay, so we can feed grass, but it's only 40% effectiveness. So I'm not quite sure how that affects their health, or if that's just for reproduction or the productivity or what. But yeah, not really sure. But I would like to get them to hay if possible, rather than just grass. So yeah, I think we will probably try to get that tedder just because it's relatively cheap, and then we can make hay, and that'll work good for both the sheep and the cows. But I think first we'll just get all this grass mowed, and then we can go fish for a little while until we get enough money to buy that tedder, and then we can come back and get it all tedded up. And we still have to figure out something to do with it. I guess the other option, there is like a really tiny baler there somewhere, right? Oh, that thing is still 22,000, even for the tiny square baler. So still a little ways out of reach. I think it would take quite a while to get that with just fishing. So yeah, I think we'll, oops, that's not what I meant to do. Let's get the right implement selected and get that unfolded. Okay, so yeah, we'll just get this mowed up first, and then I think we'll go fish for a bit until we can afford a tedder, so we can make some hay out of here. Okay, we got our second field done. All of our grass is now mowed. I was thinking while I was doing that, we might almost also need a windrower, just because it's already kind of messy windrows, and then once we kind of ted it, it kind of tends to spread it out. So it might be a little bit difficult to pick up. So I'm actually just kind of curious. Okay, we have one for 5 grand. That is pretty cheap. And then we have another one for 9 grand. So this one looks like it's kind of the same idea as the one that we use on our other series, where you can kind of kick everything to one side. So you can kind of go up one row and then kind of down the other way and kick everything to the middle. So, I mean, it's effectively like double the working width, or at least it's like double the working width that ends up into the single windrow, but you still have to basically go up and down each row with that one. So, I mean, this one would probably save us a little bit of time, but I'm actually not sure how much wider it would be or how much time we would actually save with that one. So I don't know. Should we just go for this cheapest one? I've never tried either of these, I don't believe. But we are on a pretty tight budget at the moment, so maybe we will just try to go for this very cheapest one. So between the tedder and the windrower, we need like 11 grand. So that might actually take a little while to do with the fishing. So I might do a little bit of fishing, but I'm also kind of thinking like we could maybe just sell our straw directly, because we have quite a bit of it here. And we have that trailer, and then we don't really have to worry about storing it, or at least not all of it. We could try to sell a bunch of it until we hit our goal, or until we sell it all, I guess. So I wonder if we can check our time-saving stock check thing. So it doesn't actually have the straw registered yet, I guess because it's just kind of laying on the field. It doesn't calculate that we actually have it. But if we go down to here for the straw, you can see we're actually at a pretty terrible price. It's basically the worst the price gets for straw, but maybe we could just sell some of it just far enough until we actually have enough to buy those 2 pieces of equipment, and then we can finish off our grass, because yeah, we do still have like that whole other wheat field over there that's going to make us a whole bunch of straw too. And I mean, we don't really have a ton of use for it, because like we don't really have a place to put it in the pasture, the cow pasture there. I'm not really sure if this barn takes straw. I don't remember if you have to give straw to sheep. I mean, it kind of looks like it has straw in there, but it doesn't really have like a spot down in the bottom right there showing like the straw amount or anything. So I'm wondering if that straw is just kind of visual and that's not actually a consumable that you can put in here. So yeah, I don't think we actually have any use of the straw at the moment. So it might be the best idea to just sell it, even though we don't really have a good price for it. Just because, yeah, we do really need to get some money into the bank here. So I'm actually not quite sure where to even sell it. So if we look at this, we have, I guess, either the animal dealer, Feed and Grain South, Logistics Center East, or Logistics Center Railroad. So it looks like Feed and Grain South is going to be our closest option. So what if we tag that place and then take a look at the map? Where is that going to be there? What was that, this guy right there that's flashing? Feed and Grain South. Okay, so yeah, that is actually pretty close. It's just kind of down the road and around the corner. Okay, so yeah, this is our other one, Logistics Center East. So yeah, I think this one is a little bit closer. It's actually not a huge difference, probably. Probably depends on like which side of the field you're at. If you finish over here, it might be faster to go to this one. If you finish over here, it might be faster to go to this one. Because we're almost right in the middle of those two, it looks like. Although I'm not quite sure. Like maybe this one looks like it's a little bit more of a twisty pathway. Although I think you can probably go this way and then cut in from the back maybe. So yeah, probably be about the same. Oh, actually, I guess this is our barley field. This is the one that's currently straw. Yeah, this is our wheat field. I was thinking this was our barley field, but yeah, this is the wheat field. So this is the one that actually has the straw on it. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this place is going to be a little bit closer. So I think I'm just going to start hauling stuff down there. So I guess I'm going to get this stuff unhooked. I think this tractor is faster. I'm actually not sure what the top speed of that blue one is. I should maybe go test it, because it looks like that JCB can go like 50 kilometers an hour. So I'm assuming that's going to be the faster version. Actually, it's probably easier to just check in the store what the speed limit is on those things, rather than taking it for a test drive. Which tractor do we have? Is it this one? That doesn't really look like it, does it? We should go check the model number, I guess. Not quite sure which tractor we have at the moment. Maybe it's not even a medium. Well, no, it's got to be a medium tractor. A T8020. Okay, so let's see if we can find that. Is there any kind of option for a T8020 in here? Don't think so. Yeah, that's definitely not that tractor. So it's got to be way too powerful for a small tractor, right? So wow, this tractor is actually a large tractor. Oh yeah, there it is right there. And oh yeah, of course, Highlands Fishing expansion. I should have just looked in this tab and I would have seen it right away. So yeah, this is a new tractor with this DLC, I guess. So yeah, it looks a little small for a large tractor, but oh wow, we can upgrade it to 359 horsepower. That's pretty impressive, and for only 20 grand, like that seems like a great deal, honestly. So we will probably have to do that at some point, but we're a little bit ways away from that right now. And yeah, I think our current horsepower is enough for doing what we need to do. But oh, this one says it's got a 50 km/h speed limit as well. So it's basically the same. Is this the one we have? Oh, 70 km/h. Wow. No, I think that one's got to be bigger, right? Because I think this is the one we have. 50, 130. Yeah, I think ours only has like 130. So yeah, that one's bigger. So we have the small tractor in the JCB and a large tractor with the New Holland. And we don't have any medium tractors right now. So, but I think I'm going to try it with the JCB anyway, just because I think it's a little bit more maneuverable. It's a little bit smaller, maybe a little bit easier to kind of maneuver down the streets. So yeah, I think I will hook that JCB up to that little forage wagon thing, and I guess we'll start hauling straw. It's kind of funny that I kind of started the starter farm with the hopes of using some different equipment, and that is kind of true. Like we've got two different tractors that we might otherwise not use, but this is the same mower that we had in the other series for a long time, although we did have the back wings with it too when we were using this one. But yeah, we did use this same front one for a long time, and this is the same forage wagon that we started with in the previous series as well. Which kind of makes sense. There's only so many options for the very starting equipment because we do have the same combine as well. So yeah, we ended up with 3 different pieces of equipment that are the same as our previous series there, but that's okay. I'm sure as we start to go, we're gonna get more and more different stuff. So I think we will just get this guy fired back up, and we'll drop off our mower and probably switch the weight back to the front, and then we can hook up to that forage wagon and start collecting straw and selling it. So we need to make about 11,000, or well, we need, what did I say, 11,000 total. But I would rather not run it right down to 0, so we'll hopefully make a little bit more than that. I'm not really sure how much we're going to get out of this field. Ideally, we could get up to like 15,000 or something like that. And this thing still does not have the best turning circle, even with the 4-wheel steering. Definitely not as good as you would expect. It's basically got like the turning circle of a normal tractor with the 4-wheel steering, and then without the 4-wheel steering, it's just got like a ridiculously big turning radius there. So yeah, if it didn't have the 4-wheel steering, it would basically be unusable, I think. But anyway, it is working pretty good with the 4-wheel steering right now, so we'll just keep using that. And yeah, I think we can just pull in here, and we will get this baby fired up. Drop that header down, and hopefully this tractor has enough power to pull this thing when it's full. It might be a little bit heavy for it, but we don't have to go that far, so I think it should be fine. Okay, well, we got all of that straw sold. It took a little while. This thing is pretty tiny. I forgot how small that is, but yeah, we got her all done. Ended up selling everything from that field, and we ended up with just under $14,000. So we have enough to buy the implements we want, but not a whole lot extra. So yeah, we're definitely gonna have to figure out a way to make a little bit more money. I guess we could harvest that other field and sell that straw as well, since I don't think we actually have a use for it. But we'll have to see. I wonder. I'm kind of curious, like if these things potentially could be silage pits, like this other kind of storage hall over here. I'm not really sure. I feel like if they were, like if I walked up to them, they would say something, but I mean, they kind of look like they could be silage pits. So I'm not really sure. Maybe before I turn everything into hay over there, I might pick up a little bit of grass and just kind of test it, dump some out in here and kind of see if these are, if they do happen to be silage pits. But yeah, like I said, I think something would come up on the right-hand side there. If it was a silage pit, but maybe you need something in it first before it kind of registers as that. So yeah, I'm not really sure, but I do want to test it just in case, because yeah, if we already have silage pits here, it might be worth turning some of that hay or some of that grass into silage, just because we could turn around and sell it. Probably wouldn't even feed it to our animals. Like you can't even feed it to sheep. We could give it to the cows, but I don't think it's actually any more effective than just the hay on its own. Like you have to get to TMR to actually get to 100%. So I think both the hay and the silage are 80%. So yeah, the silage is worth a lot more to sell. So if we could make silage, that would be a pretty good option to make a little bit more income. I don't want to go too crazy into silage because that was kind of how we got our start in the last series. We did quite a bit of silage, so I don't want to go crazy with that, but it might be a good way to get a little bit more money in the bank off the bat here. So I think we can go ahead and buy these two implements here. I just wanted to take a look at them to see. I don't know if we can get them both back here with one tractor, because I believe, yeah, that one looks like a 3-point hitch, not a trailer, so that one should be fine. So I think, yeah, we don't have any options for that guy, so we should just be able to buy that. Okay, got ourselves a tedder, so we can make some hay. And then let's see if we can grab this tiny windrower as well. And does this one? Yeah, this one looks like it is just a 3-point hitch as well. So I think that's going to be fine. And apparently we have two different brands that we can choose from. They're basically exactly the same, except one is yellow and one is just red. So yeah, I don't know. Kind of like the yellow one. Looks, I don't know, it's a little bit more gaudy, but I don't know, for some reason I like it. So I think we're just going to go with this one. So let's buy that as well. So yeah, we made our first harvest income of this series, and we bought our first two implements. We did buy one other piece of equipment, that water trailer, in the last episode, but yeah, these are the first two kind of like actual working implements that we bought, and I think we can get them both back to the yard with a single tractor, since we can put one on the front and one on the back. So I will just detach this weight here. We can leave that there for now, and yeah, I guess I will run down to the store if I can remember how to get there, and we'll pick those up and bring them back. Okay, we got those implements picked up and dropped off in the yard there. We are probably going to start heading here pretty soon, but I just wanted to test this silage bunker thing here quickly. So I just picked up a little bit of grass there, just got 1,000 liters or so, and I'm going to dump it out in this bunker and see if anything happens, if this is just kind of a standard storage area, or if this is actually a silage pit, because that's going to kind of determine a lot of how we go about harvesting this field. We're definitely going to make hay either way, so those implements aren't going to be wasted either way, just because we need hay to feed our animals. But yeah, if we could make some silage to sell, it might be handy as well. So it looks like we don't really have an option to dump here. Can I do a unload here? Yeah, we'll have to do like a force unload here. Oh, it says it came up and said fill level, right? Yeah, fill level chaff. 1174, so it looks like it is a silage pit. So let's just jump out here and see, did that change anything? So why can't, I still can't see, oh, maybe that was never a thing. Now that I think about it, maybe it never did come up in that info display in the right. Maybe it was just in the top left. But yeah, it looks like this turned into chaff and is 0% compacted, but okay, so that kind of changes things around a little bit. I'm assuming these are both silage pits, so we can definitely make some silage. So we'll have to see. I think we would get one more grow stage or one more harvest out of that grass for this year, I believe. Let's just check our crop calendar here. So just to make sure I'm not crazy. So yeah, we cut it in August, so it's going to be growing, and then first harvest date and second harvest date in November. So yeah, we will get one more cut out of it this year, so we'll have to decide what we want to do. Maybe we do one harvest all as silage and one all as hay, or maybe we do kind of half and half each one. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. We'll have to think about that, but I think I'm just going to shut this tractor off here, because I think I'm going to wrap this episode up here, just to yeah, give myself a chance to kind of think about exactly what we want to do here. I didn't actually expect these to be silage pits. I kind of thought maybe they were, but I didn't really think they were, so I wasn't really planning on it. But yeah, we do have the ability to make silage here, so we should probably do that. We're going to have to, I mean, these pits are really not conducive to driving the forage wagon in and unloading it like we used to in our drive-through pit there, so we're probably going to have to get a bucket for this thing or some other kind of loader thing to be able to actually get it out of there after, but yeah, we might be able to start making some silage to get some more income coming in. Like I said, we're not going to focus too much on that, but yeah, it's definitely going to help us out in the beginning here, since we are a little bit strapped for cash, as you can see. But yeah, I'm definitely enjoying this map so far. It's a pretty cool little setting. Starting to get used to driving on the left-hand side of the road. I started to fall into old habits when I was hauling that straw down there and almost head on with somebody, but managed to swerve out of the way at the last second there. But yeah, starting to get used to it. Might be a little bit interesting with the Zelanka series going on at the same time, because we have to drive on the right on that one and drive on the left on this one. So I'm sure we're going to be causing a few accidents here and there, but that's okay. I think we have pretty good insurance coverage. So I think we'll close up the gates here. We'll leave the combine down there for now. We are going to have to pick up where we left off with the harvest in the next episode there. So we will get that wheat field harvested over there, and we'll probably end up selling all of that straw, I think. And then, yeah, we'll have to decide what we want to do with this silage. I'm thinking we'll probably kind of just do like a half and half for the first one, just to give us a little bit of both. We'll be able to stock up on a little bit of hay to be able to feed our stuff, although the cows should be good with pasture for a little while, and then we will probably have to feed them over the winter, but yeah, since we do have that enhanced animal mod, and they will die if we don't keep them fed, we really want to make sure we have enough food for these guys over the winter. Although I guess, I don't know what we're going to do with all of this hay, now that I'm thinking about it. Because when I was thinking this wasn't a silage pit, I figured we could probably just kind of dump it all in here. But if this is a silage pit, we're not going to, like, if we dump it in here, it's just going to turn into silage, so... we might have to try and get a baler at some point, or maybe we'll just find somewhere else to kind of dump it. Yeah, not too sure. There is that other shed back there. I guess we could just kind of dump it all out under there. I never did test if you could haul or store any of that stuff in this bin either. I mean, I have a feeling this one's just going to be for the grain, and I kind of have a feeling that we're only going to be able to store 2 different types of things in here at a time, so... yeah, I guess I'll think about things a little bit more and decide exactly how we want to do everything. And yeah, we'll pick it up right where we left off in the last episode, or in the next episode there, and we'll finish up with the grass, finish up with that barley, and make sure we get some water, or some more water in for our cows there. That's probably going to be one of the first things we upgrade, is to get a barn over here. We do have a pretty big pasture area already, but if we could get rid of this pasture, or get rid of like just this kind of like feed trough thing on the edge or on the edge here and put an actual barn in. And then we wouldn't have to worry about water anymore. That would be pretty nice, and that would give us a little bit better capacity as well. I think we kind of own that area over there as well. So yeah, we kind of own this whole spot where there's nothing here right now. Or wait, not that spot, this spot. On the other side of the road, kind of all the way over in this area up to the side of the yard there. So yeah, if we go on the other side of the road here, this might make another good spot for another big pasture. I don't know if we want to maybe upgrade our sheep barn and make this all a sheep pasture, or we could put in a second cattle pasture. I do kind of want to focus on the Highland cattle quite a bit, so that might be an option as well. We could fence in this whole area, and that would make us another pretty good sized pasture over here. So yeah, lots of options, lots to think about. So I will I'll wrap this one up here and think about it, and we'll pick it up again in the next episode there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Do me a favor and like and subscribe if you enjoyed it and you want to see more. And thank you for watching. I'll see you again soon in the next one.